I'm John Magaro, and this is an interview for Sounds of Series. Yes, so I play Geoffrey Mason in September 5. Geoffrey is a real person. He's still with us. He is an American sports broadcaster, or American sports broadcast producer. In 1972, he was a young producer, associate producer, just getting his start in the business. He was tapped by Roone Arledge and ABC to go to Munich and cover the Olympics there, the Summer Olympics. On that day, he was put in control of the production of that broadcast, just, to fill in the slot and cover a normal day of sports broadcasting. Things take a turn for the worse when a hostage situation unfolds, and instead of covering a boring day of sports, he is tapped to cover the first live broadcast of a terrorist event that is being shown to 900 million people across the globe. There were different things. Obviously, calling the live show, calling a live broadcast is challenging in its own way, but a lot of fun. It was really actually fun to do, even though it was daunting and difficult. There were a couple scenes that we had where we really had to collaborate and find the right language for. Two of them. One is a scene between the other two fellas in the film, Peter Sarsgaard's character and Ben Chaplin's character and myself, where we're questioning, can we show someone being shot on live television? That we had to sort of rework the language to find the right way of telling it. So that was challenging because we wanted to still feel authentic and real and honest and not be too nicely tied up in a Hollywoody way. The other one was with Leonie Benish at the end of the film, where she basically lays out the German perspective and the German theme of the film. It was another scene we had to really collaborate on. We actually shot it twice. We'd shot it once before. We came back to it to find the right way to tell that very important piece of the story. So those two, yeah. I talked to the real Geoff Mason a lot, so that gave me a lot of insight into what they were feeling on that day. And because they were sports broadcasters who were now covering news, then they were taking it away from the ABC News department. I think they felt pressure, but they also felt pressure because there were lives on the line, and they weren't exactly sure how to do this. So in those conversations with Geoff Mason, it became very clear the amount of pressure that they were feeling. We had a really great ensemble from the top down. And I'm not just talking about the principals, I'm talking about the background actors, because when you watch this film, you see that this is this tight, claustrophobic control room, and our background artists are there with us every day, and they're just as much of the story. And a lot of them were people Tim found in real control rooms who he asked to come in, who knew the skills to do those jobs. But it was just a very collaborative group, and I think because it was such serious material, when we called cut, we would actually find ourselves joking around a little bit. And I think we were all on the same page. There was no real egos there. Everyone left that behind. And Tim really gave us a mission to tell this as truthfully and as authentically as possible. Also, this was a group of people a lot of us came from theater, so I think we felt kind of an ease falling into this, ensemble company and supporting each other and passing the ball in a way. But it was a lovely collaboration. Really only spoke to sports broadcasters. I didn't want to speak to news journalists, because this story is told, although they become news journalists during the story, I wanted to go into it with that innocence that they had. Met with talking with Shane McManus, who's Jim McKay's son and was the head of CBS Sports, meant talking to the people who were in the control rooms of sports broadcast booths. So that was the place I wanted to approach it from. And much like it unfolded for Jeff in real time and learning as the situation unfolded, I wanted to go through it with those same kind of fresh eyes. He has been its biggest fan, and he was very nervous at the beginning when we started this, which I understand. He was nervous because it was telling this pivotal moment in his life, and I can't imagine how anxiety-inducing that would be for a person. But now that he's seen it, he's so proud of it, and that's kind of the best review you can get.